I think this is where a lot of founders, and not necessarily just coaches, but they kind of miss the bigger picture. So once you have the architecture and that everything is set up and things start moving, probably that you didn't expect to have move, in other words. So when a coach finally gets going along with what you were just saying, when it finally gets the business itself designed properly, what are some of the things that start working downstream that they might not necessarily have considered before?
Relationships. The thing is, I always, I tell the young people, make sure your core values match up if you're going to get married, because that will come up to haunt you 5 years from now because you realize that you're not a fit because your core values didn't match. So core values, and that the relationship is a partnership. Basically marriage is a business. You're really supporting each other and working together, and most have two incomes, but you're putting that in a house or retirement so that you can retire and do whatever it is you want to do when you get to that point. It's no different for a coach. The coach
Mm,
has to decide along with their family, are your kids young? Do you really want to be on the road? Um, I mean, I could be a university speaker. I could get on the university circuit right now and go to different universities and speak to the students, but I'm doing elder care. So I can't do that. One of the reasons that I did the TV episode was because it was in Miami and I'm in Port St. Lucie. It was 130 miles south. If I'd have had to go to LA, I probably would not have done it because I wouldn't want to be away from my parents that amount of time with where they are with their dementia. Kind of got them watching each other, and that kind of works, but it goes back to your spouse, your kids, where you are in life. I've lived in hotels as an international consultant. I've done projects till 11 o'clock at night. Living in a hotel and flying is not fun. It is in the beginning,
say that
but it
again.
gets old real quick.
Yeah,
It
I
gets
did
old
that
real
for almost
quick.
10 years. Yeah,
So So it goes
yeah,
back. Now you look like you're in good shape. But my thing is, when you're on the road, you eat fast. And I was a bodybuilder in
yeah.
my youth. And so I got big. So if I go eat, I get really big, but I get fat now. I don't get muscular. I just get fat. So it's being on the road and eating that horrible food. And then
Yeah.
your health deteriorates. And then you want to come off the road. So it's the same thing with being a coach. And I have to know, I always, this is one of the questions I ask. Nate, in your coaching business, where do you want to be 10 years from now? Well, I haven't even thought that far out. Well,
Mm-mm.
if I'm your coach, I need to know that because we're writing a strategic plan to
Mm-hmm.
take you further into time of what you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Is the coach an author? Or are they a natural born speaker? Are these things that we have to teach, that we have to get into the strategy room in my conference room right over there? And we have to actually sit down and practice to make that coach successful. So it all depends on the personality, their background, what they want to do, and where they want to take it. And then looking for
Mm-hmm.
other pivots that may be available to take them to achieve what they want to achieve. Because here again, I'm the coach. It's your life, it's your money. Go with your gut, do what works for you. And it's another disclaimer I throw in with everybody I work with.